in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome to HT's EDC, coming at you from the back patio. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We had a not too bad one around these parts. Didn't get in the woods this weekend. It was opening weekend, but was just a little too toasty for me to go this weekend. I'm going to let this weather cool down a little bit, and to be honest, hadn't seen just anything too thrilling on my game cameras yet, so we will be getting after them here pretty soon. Matter of fact, probably going tomorrow over to the deer lease and going to do a little last minute some work over there. Cheers, by the way. So we'll be probably getting in the woods tomorrow, but not to hunt. Just doing a little last minute prep stuff. But on the college football front, my Canes did not play. Their next opponent did play, however. I think we mentioned this on Saturday video. The Seminoles went up to Virginia and on what was supposed to be like a business trip, and came back with a big fat L, which takes a little bit of the luster off. We play the Seminoles this upcoming week in Tallahassee, and yeah, it was set up to be a top 10 matchup between my Canes and the Noles. But at college game day, there was talk about college game day. If you college football fans know what that is, that's where all the big crew, college football crew, comes and does a live from one town, one game each week. And it was set up. It was looking like it was going to be Tallahassee for the Canes and Noles, but they wet the bed, and they have been dropped now to, I believe, number 19 in the nation. After that loss, they dropped like 10 spots. So it will not be a top 10 matchup, and there will be no college game day, but we'll get after them nevertheless. And last night, my Dallas Cowboys, we did not lose. That's right. We did not lose this weekend. We also didn't win. We tied. We played the Green Bay Packers last night and played them to a tie at the end of overtime. I believe it was 40-40, 37-37. I believe it was 40-40 tie. So my Cowboys are now 1 win, 2 losses, and 1 tie. So I'm with them through thick and thin. This year is probably going to be, I predict it's going to be a lot more thin than thick, but we shall see. It's a long season. Anyway, there is the football report and the hunting report that most of you did not come here for. So we will get off into some pocket knives. So last week we did a little something Monday through Friday that I called a fixie for 5. Shout out to all the creators and non-creators. We've had some that have sent pictures via Instagram, Facebook, and the same thing goes for this one I'm fixing to talk about. But thank you for all those folks that hopped on that. We saw some pretty cool, pretty awesome fixed blades, and that was what I was after. Well, I'm at it again. So this week, and I know I keep, I try to keep my favorites around me, the things that I really like. I try to keep them pretty close to my vest and not let my biases, that just don't feel right there, keep my biases at a minimum. But there have been signs, I'm sure, if you were, looking really hard, of some of the companies and the brands that I really like. So, one of those, and again, I'm going to shock a lot of people when I come out with that, is, I like buck knives. I would say I'm a closet fanboy. I mean, I don't let it show very much, but, I kind of dig buck knives. So in honor of that, I have came up with a buck for $5 this week, and we are going to do the folder edition of buck knives. So this tag, jump on it, anybody who may, and it is simply this: if it needs to fold and it needs to say buck. It could be a China buck, USA buck. It just needs to say buck on a tang stamp or on a handle, what have you. If it's a buck knife and it folds, it is acceptable. So, and extra credit, no, you don't have to show 5 of different ones. Extra credit if you do, because that's awesome. That's more knives we get to see, and that's really what I'm after. Hopefully I see some buck knives out there that maybe I don't have or, don't even know about. That would be cool. But if not, just to celebrate a great Americana company. My favorite, but keep it under your buck knives matter hat. Anywho, for day one, but anyway, back to that. 5 knives. I'd like for them to be different. If you have 5 different folding buck knives, that's great. Do not feel like you can't participate. If you have 2 or 3, double up a day or 2. You know what I'm saying? If you got 3 of them, carry 1 2 days, and another one 2 days. Another one 2 days, and finish up with your 3rd one on Friday. It doesn't matter. I just want to see buck knives that fold. Again, extra credit if you have 5 different ones. Extra credit. But the first one I want to show y'all today that I'll be starting off with is this guy right here. And we will be toting it in a medium maglock. But this is the Buck 307. There you go, Buck 307 US of A. And this is their large Stockman, 4 1/4 inches closed. The same dimensions of a case 75 Stockman. So if you know what a case 75 is, this is Buck's derivative of the same thing. I love it. One of my favorite Stockman. Has the old hammer and the knife beating out the hammer on the shield. Love that old logo. And as you can see, nice thick big blades on this guy. The clip point blade has that nice long nail pull on it, and nickel silver bolsters, nickel silver shield, and this is what Buck calls valox, black saw cut. Guess you can see those saw cuts in there. Valox, it's pretty pretty much Delrin. Everybody has their name. It is synthetic. It is a synthetic plastic. Buck calls it valox. Is there any difference between valox and Delrin? You tell me. Maybe, I don't know, but it feels the same. It acts the same. It has the same characteristics. So, keeping in theme with what Buck calls it, we will call this black valox. But you get the picture. Show you all that backside of it. But just an awesome Stockman. Let y'all listen to this snap. Very nice. Sheep. That was the spay blade, sheep's foot, and show you what this thing looks like in hand. If I choke up here to the finger guard, I got a whole bolster, you know, out the back. Just grabbing it loosey-goosey, nice and natural. Still pretty much got a whole bolster. And as you can see, I'm not choked up there. Yeah, it's, unless you're King Kong Bundy, you're going to be just fine on this knife. Yeah, that's an old WWF wrestling analogy there. My wrestling fans may have got that. But anywho, that is what we're going with for day one. Pretty much going to be around the house today. I didn't need nothing too stout. Tomorrow going to the deer woods, we'll probably, spoiler alert, it'll be something a little more stout, depending on my activity of the day. But and a lot of people say that's your light around the house carry. You guys know me, HT loves a big one. But yeah, this is going to be my light around the house carry for today. But the Buck 307, this is also called the Wrangler. I don't think I've mentioned that. A lot of people may call this, you may heard it by the Buck Wrangler instead of the 307. It's synonymous, the 307 pattern, aka the Buck Wrangler. So that is what we are toting today. And for day one of a buck for $5, or should I say a buck for $5. Yeah, you get the picture. Anyway, love to see you guys hop on. That's what I'm gonna be doing the next 5 days, showing off some buck folding knives. And you never know, we may do the fixed blade variety somewhere down the road. But thought we'd start off with some folders right now and see how that goes. And hopefully we'll see some cool buck knives, and you guys will enjoy it and possibly participate. But anyway, we're at the 11-minute mark. Trying to keep these a little shorter, so we're gonna hop off here and tell y'all goodbye, and we'll see you back tomorrow with another buck knife. I'm HT. God bless. Oh yeah, buck knives matter.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see. HT's